as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the San Francisco 49ers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. A nice little juke. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Simpson. He gets this to Davante Adams. Now inside the 25. Davante Adams. Touchdown, LA. Davante Adams. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. 35-yard line. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game. So they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. You talk about this Rams defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Now we get to see the punter, Corliss Waitman. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. 0 hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Short throw, it's Higbee. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Niners, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're with a 3rd and 8.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here now, a 3rd down and 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Christian Kirk deep to return it. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Niners are going offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Out of the gun, Purdy. And his throw is going to be incomplete. You talk about this Rams defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to it. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Out of the gun, they give it to Corum. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down. Simpson. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's Ethan Evans now. Kirk now, the return man. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good return there, 17 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Another full incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Purdy. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to get the football there as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space.
Also, digging through with the effort there to earn the sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Pass complete there to Nakua. That'll give him 8 that time. And that brings up third and a full 10 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a third down coming up. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on third down, Simpson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him. Otherwise, you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. The Niners at 6-3 on the year. And they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now Purdy. And a catch right side by Evans. And they'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and
2. This offense so far on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Purdy connects with Kittle underneath. And he's going to have the Niners first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
This is caught. Touchdown. Mike Evans from 21 yards away. And the 49ers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now a hit and a loose football. And now it's scooped up by the 49ers. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Purdy from the gun. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. He'll try and do this himself. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a tough one for the defense because the coverage was good downfield. He was forced to work his way out of the pocket to his right, spotted his man on the sideline, and got it to him to pick up the first down on 3rd down.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throwing here, Purdy. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Evans. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
It's a gain of 4.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here's 3rd and 7. Here's Purdy. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Purdy looking to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Up the gun, McCaffrey. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. Their tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And now he is just 2 catches away from 1,000 on his career. 998 currently. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun on 3rd down. Simpson. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, partner, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Touchdown, 49ers. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Niners 14, Rams 7. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run straight ahead with Corum. And a loose football. And now it's scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit, and number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this will remain a one-touchdown game.
And now two problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. Simpson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. The final shot before break. Simpson. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports.
It's a return as Ricky Pearsall. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, there were 3 talking points at the half, partner. All of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Purdy now to throw.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Shotgun now with Purdy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And that one results in 35 yards.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On on 2nd and 9. Purdy fighting him off. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little game.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And that's another throw that could have been intercepted. Part of this, you credit the defense. They've been really stingy. But he's also made some really questionable throws, and that's another one right there.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. The fullback dive held up short. And that will force a turnover on downs. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Simpson.
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
And the ball is knocked out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
They'll look to throw again.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 45-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Looking to throw.
Simpson.
Short throw. It's Higbee. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun, Simpson. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Kyren Williams, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Rams are an extra point away from evening this one up.
The kick is good.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, 49ers. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time I'll look and repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Rams.
Up the middle, here's Corum. Now inside the 25. Touchdown, L.A. Blake Corum, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point safely through. And we are tied at 21. Couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a first and 10. Now he's loose at the 40. Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, 71 yards. And the Niners have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Rams 21. Eddie Piñeiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Pushing his way through. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Their own 26-yard line. Set
to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
From the 29, here's a 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun.
Simpson. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And Cooks hands it over the middle. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Back to throw. Simpson. Got a man and he hits it in stride. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
And this is 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
From the gun on 3rd down.
Simpson.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to kick it away. Oh, the return is Kirk. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Jordan Brooks with it.
And the return will stop right around the 25. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Operating from the gun. Simpson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3. But now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun.
Simpson. And he is caught.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
A nice throw by the rookie from Alabama. That's a first down.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Simpson. Oh, no, he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw.
Simpson.
This is caught. Touchdown, Rams.
Puka Nacua
From 6 yards away.
And the Rams are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
Well, this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Get set.
Back to throw. Purdy. And this is going to be intercepted. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mills used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. Simpson. Short throw. It's Higbee. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tyler Higbee. 36 yards.
And the Rams have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And they will take a 7-point lead.
49ers 28.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Yellow. Get set. Get set. 18. Watch out. Up.
Back to throw. Purdy. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Here's third down and 5.
Third and 5.
Looking to throw. Purdy. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Here's second down.
Outside. 18. Yellow. Yellow. Yellow.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 37.
15 yards on the play.
41.
And the 49er first down.
Here's Purdy to throw. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Pickup brings up second and 3 at the 30-yard line.
Throwing, Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 14. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Get set. Get set. Up.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Another try from the 14 on second and 10. Here's Purdy. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And now the Rams taking it right down Broadway. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Extra point forthcoming.
For the extra point.
And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Rams 42, 49ers 28.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up first and 10 here.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. Christian McCaffrey.
And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign.
All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big two-point conversion here? Purdy to throw. Complete at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Pinheiro set to kick off.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Los Angeles,